Hello everyone, I'm Havoc, and this is Satisfactory. And look what's right there. Power Slug. A beautiful blue power slug. Now, we have some things to do in this little session here. And we gotta go over a few things. So if you look, show you in the hub, everything's completed out. So there's nothing more I can really do until I upgrade, or excuse me, send the package off to unlock the next phase. And that requires the things you see up in the top right of the screen right there. And I already have the smart plating. I don't have the other items. I've also done a decent amount of research in the MAM here. I'm very deep into the Caterium tree in order to unlock things such as the power switch and the smart splitter, which we will be making use of eventually. I've unlocked the mycelium tree, the nutrients tree, power slugs. I have not found a purple power slug yet, so I can't do this one just yet. And then down the quartz tree, I had just enough to get those two unlocked. I need to find some quartz. And then if you go to the sulfur tree, you'll see I've unlocked the explosives, the Noblisk explosives, and the detonator, just so I could get down and get an extra 6 inventory slots and an extra hand slot, and I've completed all of that. I can't do the rifle and the rifle cartridges until I get into oil production and some more advanced electronics that you see there. But what I have done is scanned a handful of hard drives. I think I've scanned all of the ones that I had on me. No, I still have one more, so that's something we want to get going again, because these give you extra recipes, and some of these recipes are incredibly useful, very powerful. Now, these hard drives, I've told you before, they come from the little crashed pods, such as the pod that you send off right here. Oh, also, I love the fact, you probably noticed I changed the colors here, the fact that this changes as well. There was, for a long time, whatever you changed your factory to, it didn't change that, so it'd still come down and be orange and land in your pink factory or whatever you had. I have red, not pink. I'm just saying, if you had a pink factory, it used to, that would not change colors. Now it does, and it's wonderful. Same thing with our space elevator. Everything has changed colors to be beautiful, and red and black, which are my two favorite colors. I also like white a lot, but I chose to go with the red and black. I think it looks really, really nice. So, I've had a good bit of time to let the game just kind of run and do some things here and there where I couldn't record, and I will get y'all caught up. What I've been doing here is, oh hey, 7 more coupons. I have been sinking a lot of resources in order to get these coupons, coming to the shop and unlocking pretty much everything I can. I want to get the catwalks, and I want to get the hypertube attachments now. You'll probably notice I have a lot of things grayed out. I have unlocked a lot of items already. I do want to get lights and especially signs, but I'm more worried about structural right now. You know, the catwalk stairs are huge. I love the way they look, and I'm probably going to use a combination of these two different catwalks. I still really like the industrial catwalks, but the newer ones, the modern catwalks, look amazing as well. So I want to utilize both of them. I have unlocked most of the wall types except for the tilted walls just yet, and the reason I haven't bothered with the tilted walls is if you come to the customizer, I have roofs unlocked, glass roofs and steel roofs. And so I want to get the tar as well. That just takes a couple more coupons. It'll take a little while. It doesn't seem like it right now because I'm on the cusp of getting another one. However, they're not easy to come by. As many as I've already unlocked, you'll see when this ticks over, it takes a vast amount of resources sunk now in order to get it. And so how I've done that is I've added sinks everywhere. Over here where we had our... This only runs so that I can run up here and say, oh, I need to carry another stack of iron plates, some more rods. I might actually need to carry some more rods, and then screws. And then that's all I do. I run up and I grab a little bit, and then it backs up. Well, it used to back up, and then this would all shut down and do nothing. Well, what I did was simply take off of each of these lines with a splitter and merge it together to go into this sink, except for the rods. The rods run over here. And this is a mess. Don't worry, this is not how things are staying. I steal some of those, and what do we have? Modular frames with our reinforced iron plates and rods. And I have this thing at 250% clock speed. So I get 5 per minute. And then I had those just filling up a large storage. And when this filled up and it backed up, I decided I would go ahead and sink those as well for the extra points. Now, over here for my smart plating, I went ahead and stockpiled the 500 smart plating that I need. Everything else just goes to the sink for points so that I can get even more points. And I've got more of that going on over at the steel outpost. But I found a gunpowder crash, and you see there's a beacon up there, nice pinkish purple. I don't know the exact color there. I'm not a color expert. Red, green, blue, yellow, you know, those I'm good on, but you get to these weird in-betweens and it starts to get fuzzy for me. But I've got some gunpowder. I think it needed 50 or 100, I don't remember, but I brought at least 100 so we can head out there and I can show y'all how to get a hard drive. Rude little guys. Oh, I missed. I mean, he's right here. We can just pull out explosives. No, it's not what I was trying to do. Here we go. So here's my beacon. Okay, so oh well, it only took 10. That's fine. I thought I needed 50 or 100. Here you go. You just open that up. Some of these take power. I believe I've showed you the one over by the coal where you have to use power to hook up. This one required some of the gunpowder. They require random different things. And then crashed all over the ground around them, you will find resources. I think I might have already scavenged everything that was around this one when I originally found it. And see what recipe we got. Okay, so you can make wet concrete in a refinery by combining limestone with water. I'm not too worried about that one. Alternate charcoal. You can run wood through a constructor and make charcoal, which is... I mean, you can't automate that because you can't automate wood, so that seems like a underwhelming recipe, possibly? Not sure exactly. And then encased industrial pipe. This one is interesting. So instead of using 4 steel beams, you use 7 steel pipes. So that's 9, 10 steel ingots in order to make this. Or per minute. That seems to be not as good. Am I misunderstanding this? Hold on, let's... Okay. So it's a 4-to-1 with the steel beams. And then it's a 3-to-2. So it's 1.5 per pipe. Whereas the other one is 4 per beam. So let's go back and look at this. The normal recipe takes 16 steel and 5 concrete, making it into the steel beams. This recipe, you do 1.5 or 1.5, you get 7, and then half of 7 is 3.5, so 10.5 steel down from 16. So yes, this is a cheaper recipe, however it is slower because you get 6 per minute the other way. We're gonna go with it, and maybe there's a way to make that better. I mean, obviously you can power shard it and speed it up, but it takes more power then. And we'll get that hard drive we just got scanned. Now, I have learned something. And that is that there is a very fun mode of travel that I've really ignored. Honestly, before I didn't realize you could chain these together. And now that I know, I'm addicted. See if I just start. Getting back and forth to the coal facility is no longer a trudge through everything. I simply hop around, and I'm not doing anything right now but looking around. I'm not hitting any controls. I can actually jump on a pad and go get something to drink and come back and be at the other place. It's hilarious. Now I know I need to get up there, see what that needs. I know that I can use hypertubes and do roughly the same thing, but this is just such a silly and really entertaining way to travel. And also, I didn't have the capability to make the hypertubes effectively at the time that I did all of this, because I got tired of running back and forth between these two areas and going around that little place where I have to go around the poison pass around. But you'll probably notice it's a bit messier here. I have expanded my coal facility so that I can get a lot more power. I have pumps. Oh, it's loud in here. Go ahead and get around. I have pumps there that split the last little bit so that I'm only taking what I need this direction, and then the excess goes the other way. And that allows me to just add a couple of more water extractors and add them to the whole process. And I have the Mark II miners now, so I have double the amount of coal coming up. And I have all of these running. I did add in the power storage here, and I have a significant amount stored. I have 10 of them. So you're talking about some good buffering of power when I might have a rough spot or a spike in my demand or a drop in my production for a moment. But this is all because of my Mark II miners. Then over here, I have expanded this area some. Just hop up here. I did the same thing where I am storing encased beams, and once it backs up, all of the rest of them gets sent to the resource sink so I can get extra coupons. And I buffered a lot of these beams because I've been using them for conveyor belts. But I doubled up my production, right? That's a Mark II miner. The steel or the iron is a Mark II miner, which means I could produce more steel. And that means I could produce more of everything else. I have a large chest of the steel pipes sitting here, and everything else comes down, goes to the resource sink. Again, so I'm getting as much value out of keeping everything running, but I also get supplies stocked up in the background. Caterium, yeah, so if we come over here, I have a little jump pad. Takes you just right up here. There's a Caterium node right over here, in which we're mining, smelting, taking that and making quick wire out of it and storing the quick wire. What's that? Okay, it's a bird. And then we were making AI limiters by transporting copper sheets over here by hand, so I can use these in order to make smart splitters. Sorry, he was being very rude. I'm trying to record. Yeah, run off, jerk. Go ahead and reload, holding a gun with no ammo. Alright. That gets y'all caught up on what I was doing in between. And now what we need to do is heal, because I don't want to die and look silly. That would not be fun. Oh yes, let's see. What is it, right click? Yep, there it is. You left click to throw one, you right click to blow it up. And there you have it. Very small stator build. 2 constructors, each making 5 per minute for a total of 10 per minute stators. We are utilizing the Caterium from over there rather than the copper because I have alternate wire where I can get 120 wire per minute for just 15 Caterium ingots. I only needed 80, so I only need 2/3 of that production over here. And if I need to bump it up and put a third here, I would have to increase the amount of steel pipes that I'm making, but that's also a possibility. I could do that, so that's not a crazy thing to think about here. And then I could just jump that up. But the stators are important, so I'm looking here at things that I'm going to need to make in the future. I have the smart plating. Let's look at, I believe it's called Versatile Framework. I've already automated modular frames, and I have a ton of steel beams. So that one's not going to be hard to come by. What is this other one? Some kind of wiring, automated wiring. This is the one that uses the stators. So this is why I needed to get stators automated. Now, it's a 1-to-1, which means I need 100 stators. I'm making 10 per minute, which means I need 10 minutes to get what I need, and then I can build these. It takes a long time to get to 100 though, because it only makes 2.5 per minute, so I'll just make a line of constructors in order to get that. But it's 100% possible with what I have automated now. I just need to bring the resources together and utilize them. For this one, for this wiring, I could make it all right here because I have this copper that I've brought over here. I can just automate some cable quickly. I could even use this little spot to automate the cable and then send it down there and combine it with the stators in order to go ahead and get some of this going. And in fact, why not do that? I can leave that running in the background and it'll be no problem. Here we have our copper coming in. We're smelting with 3 smelters, splitting it so that you get 6 constructors making wire. Those 6 constructors then combine back into 3 constructors worth of cable, each giving me 30 for a total of 90 cable, which will allow me to drop down there off in the distance and combine with the stators in order to make our automated wiring. So let's bring that down. And let's see if I put one over here. This is going to take 50 cable per minute, and I'm making 90. So I could just put down 2 of these and throttle 1 since I'm not making enough cable up there. Or I could just make more cable. That's simple and easy to do, and then we get more of these per minute. Thinking I want to at least run 2 of these constantly, so you're looking at, it'll end up giving me 5 automated wiring per minute, and you're gonna go 20 minutes in order to make this. I mean, that's not very long at all. I don't have to worry about it. We're just going to make 2 and throttle 1 so that we are only using some of the, well, all of the cable and some of the stators. This is my stators. I can simply turn them directly around and feed them in. We will do that so that we get clearance for the cable. Oh, I'm barely off. It's a disaster. I'm just gonna leave it. This is, again, temporary, so we will make it work for now. I don't need a smart splitter. I need a regular splitter. And the input is going to come from that side. Got to remember to put you a little belt in there. Oh yes, I should have left that. Since I'm going to do that, I'll fix this anyways. That lined up properly? It is. And that'll correct this belt. I can have my pretty 90-degree angles instead of weird shifts in it. Thing with this is that's probably going to say too steep. Let's see. Yes. I can come in like so. And I hope that's enough. There we go, it was enough. Does that automatically connect? It does. I don't know why these are not automatically connecting, but that one did. But I'll take it. We've got our cable flowing in. I just need to set these to the recipe. And this one needs to be throttled. No, not 22 per minute. Because again, I'm making 90 cable. Can't consume 100 if I'm only making 90. Go through the craft and then make sure, and that drops to the 40. Alright, so now we're going to consume 100% of the cable we're making, and we're going to make 4.5 automatic wiring per minute. And for right now, I just want to combine that and store it right over here. I don't need a big storage for this. That little bitty one will work just fine because I don't know what the stacks do, but I only need 100 for right now. And anything extra that I'm going to get is just going to be sent to the resource sink for more coupons at this point in time. So the versatile framework modular frames I have automated. I need 250 modular frames. I have way more than that, but I need 6 times 5. I need 3,000 steel beams brought to the modular frames, or the modular frames brought here. And we should have a recipe. Ooh, okay, cheap silica. That is probably going to come in very handy in the fact that I want to make a lot of lights and windows and signs and things, and I'm pretty sure it's going to use this. But also, bolted frame, that's probably better than what it is now. It's not. How interesting. So, rods turn into screws at a 4-to-1 ratio. Now you can use the alternate recipe for screws and take the 5 ingots, and then you don't have to make them into rods and make them into screws, but it's the same amount because rods are a 1-to-1 for hold on, let me show you this. Rods are 1-to-1. 15 ingots makes 15 rods, and then one rod can make 4 screws, or I can then just take the 5 into 20, which is still the same. You're still getting 4 times the output, but it's a little bit faster, and you don't have to make it into rods first, which means you save room for your constructors, which is a pretty big deal when you're starting to make massive facilities. Let's see. So you make 5 per minute. Whereas, okay, so that's where the big difference is. It's a little bit more expensive, however, it's much faster. Because the normal craft is 2 per minute. You can make 5 per minute with that. So this is probably what I want to go with then, because I'm going to need bolted frames. I can just make the silica out of quartz the normal way, which is just 3 to 5, and that's fine. We're gonna go with that one. I didn't even look at the other recipe. I got so distracted by the bolted frame. Hopefully it wasn't even better. You can let me know in the comments whether or not I just goofed up or whatnot. I didn't even look at that recipe on the left, and it could have been the best one yet. While that's going, what we need to do is find quartz. Find quartz and figure out the best way to get it over here. Alright, there's quartz. A lot of quartz in that direction. See how challenging it will be to travel through here. Hopefully not very challenging at all. It's gonna be fluffy-tailed hogs everywhere. What's up, buddy? Got him. Combat at its finest. Guys, you're everywhere. Ah, a normal quartz node. Is this one also normal? Oh, hey. Huh. Normal. There's 3 nodes here. Okay. And normal. They're all normal, so there's no difference. There's a bad guy over there. Let's drop down. Miner Mark II. I'm out of portable miners. Okay, so that's going to get the process of our silica here and our quartz crystal there. We took away the last miner since we don't really need it just yet. We'll just store it for now as soon as I get power run back to here. Let's go do that. I've got something for you. Hold that for me. Okay, so one doesn't kill him. Got it. Let's just slide up under here. Oh, he blew it up as I threw it. Holy cow. That is an awful lot of those little bird guys in one spot. Lizard-tailed bird things, whatever they are. Oh goodness, now I'm gonna have to look up what they're called. Look, don't hate on me. I know what the lizard doggos are called. Okay, and that's really the only important thing. Alright, truck stations. How big are these things? Layers in the way. Oh, because I guess I'm in the beginning box. Now I'm going to need one for the quartz crystal, and I will need one for the silica. I don't know if trucks can collide with one another. I don't usually use them much. I'll put it on a flat surface. Okay. Not just yet. I need to put fuel in, which we want to be coal. Open the workbench. It's got a craft bench on it. Man, that's great. Okay, so gonna pull forward up here. We've made a nice little road. Now what we want to do, start recording. I wonder if it'll be able to make a tight turn like that. Oh, it struggles. It struggles up the hill. Oh boy. We're just gonna drive right down the road. Right down the middle there. I don't think these collide. They're not like the trains. I hope. Maybe they do. They might have an issue. With my very poor driving skills. Are you not going to load it while I'm driving it? You're definitely set to load. Or am I not in the right area? Or does it have to be on a route? You may have to finish the route and then set it up for that to work. I don't know. I don't use the trucks hardly ever. Really don't really use them. We're learning. Well, this is a tractor, but still. Is it going to work? Oh boy. Yeah, keeping up with it's going to be fun. This is going to hurt. Aw, yeah. Along for the ride. This is how you move right here. This is how you move. Just jump on it. So it doesn't fall off in that corner. That's good. It's getting loaded. Let me on. I just got ran over. Oh, but see, that's a problem. It just got loaded with everything. Yep, okay, so that's an issue. We can't have them this close together. Now, what we're going to do is start recording. And then tightly turn around. Watch out, bird! Oof. It didn't watch out. I was worried I was gonna just go over the edge there. I don't have any walls or anything just yet. It's looking nice though. I want to get the paint that you can a pattern so you can spray paint this stuff. And we want to tightly turn. Did we get a little pause node there? I did go within the thing. Hopefully this works. Within the truck's loading spot, truck station. Gotta get speed before we go uphill. We could do this. Chug it along. And just coast right in. Alright, save the path. This is quartz crystal. Load a path. Quartz crystal. Autopilot on. Let's take it for a spin and ride it. Alright, and that was a good success there. We've got our quartz crystal coming in. You can see where it says 1338 items per minute, 17 stacks per minute, 9 per minute for the fuel consumption. So we've got all kinds of amazing statistics, all the crystal that we could ever want. We're not getting that many mined per minute, so we're not actually getting that per minute. That's how much we're getting transferred. And that's awesome. But that's going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit the like button. I really do appreciate it. If you have any tips or comments, let me know. Say, hey, I'd love to see you do this, or I love this. Look at these designs. Hey, I like doing it this way. Just pop down to the comments down there and let me know. I do appreciate that. And as always, I will see you all next time.